They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah, yeah.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
Now Ryan on second down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw is Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Oh, now whistles. And unless he was drawn off, and I don't think he was, this is going to be a first down. That play seems to never work, but they were able to draw him off on 4th, and now it's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. After the penalty, here's Freeman. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Flush to his right. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder. Smith on first down. And he finds Corey Davis. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, was his big performance in the NFC title game. And that's his first catch of the Super Bowl. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still.
carry on second down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Throwing is Smith. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Play action. It's Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now a play fake, and it's Smith, eluding the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Caught by Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's go.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here, this happened. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Hey, on. Hey, let's roll.
After the interception, here's Smith. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back up, back up, back up, back up.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Yellow.
A shotgun snap for Smith. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Hey, back up.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Flushed out right. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins. Touchdown. Josh Doctson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when we clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They go play action here on first down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Stacy McGee in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Smith. And Davis has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Brooks Reed. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off of play action, here's Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him a gain of 38. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, 15. Hey, back up. Front. Your left.
Out of the gun, Smith. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They come out here in the eye. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Alex Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Well, it's a Gruden family trait to be aggressive, and Jay's going to go for 2 here. After the run, Smith going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Ryan on second down. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Eric Saubert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Here's Smith now on second down. Flush to his right. Uncorks one for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
15, yeah.
From the 50, it's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Again, Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up. All right, run.
They run with Geis. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
15.
Play action. It's Smith eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And the tackle there will go to Ryan Anderson. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing now. Ryan on first down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat.
It's caught at the 10. And give him a gain of 37. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He's going to get it running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
15. Hey, back up.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey. 4 down.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Hey, on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Redskins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
Hey, locked in. Hey, 35. Watch out.
This is Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Redskins, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.